now, Cleveland is seeing an increase in violent crime across the city. And so far this year, Cleveland police say there have been more than 100 homicides, nearly 1,000 robberies, and more than 1,600 assaults.
Now, those numbers are pushing a coalition of local religious leaders to take a stand against that spike in violence. The Greater Cleveland United Pastors in Mission says it's been working on a plan to heal the community and hopefully make an impact that'll help decrease violent crime. That group says it'll include teaching people to become violence interrupters, creating better access to community health workers, and teach practical tips on crisis response.
We're here not to simply say that we ought to pray, but we're here to also say that we're going to think through some very practical, evidence-based responses to do our part in trying to address this issue.
Those faith leaders also encouraged community members to vote no on issue 1 during the August special election. Faith leaders say they see this as another way to suppress the voice of the people who want to make change to curb violent crime. Yesterday, we showed you new video of an assault on Ravenna police officers.
Officials say last week Matthew Ziegler attacked Ravenna police officers as they tried to stop him from vandalizing a police cruiser. Surveillance and body camera video shows Ziegler charging at an officer and then trying to hit him in the face as a second officer deploys his taser. Now, that taser didn't affect Ziegler, and that's when more officers ran in to help, eventually arresting him. Ziegler is now charged with attempted aggravated murder.
Wow, and that is just another example of the high-stress situations many officers deal with on a regular basis. But now, a local sheriff's department is using state-of-the-art technology to better train deputies when they see an incident like this one come up. News 5's Bryn Caswell explains.
Sir, how many are there? Sir, how many are there?
This may look and sound like an active shooter situation, but it's not. It's virtual reality. A new tool Deputy Josh Helfer wishes he had when starting his law enforcement career 18 years ago.
This is awesome because I can experience real life scenarios in a safe environment and practice how I would react.
This 180-degree screen can project 300 different immersive scenarios that deputies may encounter on a shift. Detective Evan Wolf says it forces deputies to train in high-anxiety environments, which helps create preparedness in the field.
This helps to get younger officers, even older officers, but ideally younger officers, in a position to get stress and in an area that's controlled, an area that is stagnant, and no one will get hurt.
The Ashtabula County Sheriff's Department purchased the simulator with a $250,000 grant through the U.S. Department of Justice's de-escalation training program. Scenarios differ from active shooters in movie theaters, offices, or schools.
What do you think, I'm crazy or something? No.
Or even just target practice.
Just bring the dot into there and pull the trigger.
In this room, mistakes are encouraged. In one simulation, Deputy Helfer didn't see a secondary shooter while he was focusing on another and got hit. And though this wasn't real life, reality still strikes.
It's home, but I might not have made it home that day. But the reality of getting hit by a bullet, I have kids, I want to go home to my wife as well, and it's very heavy.
And that's the overall point of the training, to teach trainees that decision-making under stress is a matter of life or death, whether that be for a deputy, victim, or suspect.
Trains you to stay with the threat as well too, until you are 100% certain that there's no longer a threat.
In Jefferson, Bryn Caswell, News 5.